Depends on the distribution you're using, but with a decent distribution, you get package managers that keep your system up to date and clean up unused dependencies and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
What distribution are you using?
Debian.
Oh, nice. It's for the hardcore users.
It's actually what got me into computers, the Debian
Oh,
community back in the day. So
nice.
No, what's so strange about humans? In Faye, it just works.
Let's see if I can get this like this.
did we just got a proficiency upgrade? Because I'm seeing my skills quite high.
Not me.
Oh, you should all have gotten a level, right? I mean, you're all 6th level now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
am.
but the proficiency bonus increase was in level 5.
Oh, didn't didn't notice that.
Nice. So, by the way, this is the 21st episode. So,
Wow.
yeah, amazing.
Yeah. And we're almost done with the prologue.
Nice.
Almost.
Almost, yeah. This will end in level 26 or something like that, according to the current trajectory.
Asha is gonna cry when she sees me on her throne.
Exactly. Okay, so you're all good in terms of updating the characters and all? I didn't even take a look.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out how to put a spell. I have to create a custom spell because it's not in the D&D Beyond list. But I have it. It's Thunderstep. I remember it.
It's not on
So
the
you
D&D
took-
Beyond? Yeah.
No, there are several that are not on there.
Ooh.
It's from a source that is you have to subscribe to it, I think. So, but I can get around it by creating a custom spell as a
So how do you
homebrew
do
and
this?
then adding
Because
it.
I wanted to do
So I'm
this
trying to
as
fig-
well, but
I'm trying to figure it out because I got Rhymes Binding Eyes this way, but I did it like I don't know how many sessions ago. So I'm trying to figure out how to do it again. Anyways, before we continue, just so you know, if you go outside of the character sheet and you go to homebrew collections, you can create your own homebrew spell.
Yeah.
oh,
Now, how to put that on the sheet? I'm clicking around to see if I can get it.
Okay.
but how do I get out there? Ah, here, homebrew. Homebrew. It's like my aunts make it. Ha. Oh, great. Oh, this is wonderful. Okay, so now I know how to do this. I have been wondering about this.
Yeah, what book is about to go in a couple of days? I mean, the new D&D monster manual, or I think the player's handbook and the DM is out.
Yeah, didn't the monster manual come out? I haven't been paying attention. Like
I've
Dungeon
been
Master
thinking-
Guide was like in December, I think. And wasn't Monster Manual supposed to be in January?
So let's see. D&D.
But I don't know. I haven't really been keeping track of it. Some of the changes in the new edition I don't really like.
How did I do that?
2024 version. Thought of buying the new books when they all come out, but so February 2025 is the last book. I'm not seeing which one. I think that this month is this kind of, after this month we'll have the 3 books available, and like just by looking at D&D Beyond, it looks like they'll eventually force everyone in some way or form to convert. So
Of course.
Yeah, when they get back into doing like a subscription for it,
exactly.
as they talked about doing like a year ago or when it was, and there was like a huge backlash, and then like, oh no, we won't do that now.
Crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I still have roll 20 sheets.
Yeah, they'll force us to use it and then use their own virtual tabletop so they can sell us tokens.
Yeah, shirts or whatever.
No, but like digital tokens. They
Oh
already
yeah.
did it.
Oh
Yeah, they already did it. Like if you did bought like the deluxe edition of the new books, then you got like a dragon token or something for the virtual tabletop. I think. Pretty sure that's right, at least.
I didn't know that.
It would have to be pretty amazing to get me to get it. Like, it has to be really amazing.
I don't know. People are
There's so
paying
many
a ton of
tools.
money on Fortnite to get a different kind of shirt or so, colors
Yeah,
of
yeah.
shirt or something like that. So
Yeah, and just look at what NFTs are going for now. Well, some of them, when they came out, went for like, hey, buy this for $1 million. Now buy it for $5. But still, some people are stupid.
yeah, some.
Most people are stupid. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, stupid people are stupid. So we stopped last time when you arrived to Elturel. Finally, it took us like 20 sessions, each one 2 hours. So 80 hours. We've spent 80 hours of real game time to get from Greenest to Elturel, which is amazing. So you basically got there after you had an interaction with an orc female named Morub. She said that her tribe was somehow, I don't know, was taken over by something they called the Flayed Warrior. And this creature kind of made the tribe follow it, and its command was basically to take over or try to find a paladin whose description is very similar to that of Enhal. And she was basically saying something like, come to the tribe, try to get this flayed warrior out of the clan, stop its influence on our shaman, and everything will be amazing. So you agreed to follow her into the clan's caves, which were on route to El Turel. But then, when you arrived at the place, the caves looked a little bit empty. So it seems like there was some sort of a gang of orcs there, which her husband, he managed to kind of get them out of the cave. However, the rest of the caves were empty, and there was only one room at the end with what appeared to be some sort of a mirror that was used to communicate or even travel between that place and another place. And when you kind of try to understand what the hell is going on, Morub disappeared, and instead of her appeared Keria. Keria was the priest of Merkel that worked in the mines of Eldoria back then. And she basically said that Enhal has to unlock his past, and she was referring to the key that Enhal you currently have. She referred to the sending stone you buried under the tree. This is why she got annoyed and decided to come visit you. And she basically said that this legion called Miracle's Legion is working for some reason with the cult of the dragon, and the legion diverged into two sects. One of them wanted Anhel dead, and the other sect, to which Keria belongs, wanted Anhel to experience some sort of revelation. So she left, telling you that there is a street in Elturel in which there is a fountain, and in the fountain there is some sort of a, the symbol that you have on your key is present there as a grill from which water comes up, and she kind of pointed you that way. And then you decided to go ahead and continue your travel to Elturel. When you did come there, you saw that the city was surrounded by tents, refugee camps, like a ton of people come in and go out. Seems like whatever happened in Greenest is also happening in this area. And you were forced to sign some weird letter of, I don't know, fealty to Elturel before coming in. Most of you did it. Some of you tried to be smart about it and wrote, I don't know, SpongeBob or something like that. And then when you entered the city, the first good surprise after a long time of travel was meeting Ina. So she's Mel's girlfriend. You met her at Greenest at the fort, and she was delighted to meet you. So we stopped by. I mean, we ended the session by you guys meeting her, and that was that. Did I miss something super important? Okay.
Mhm.
So we can assume it's. I mean, Elturel has two suns, so one natural and one magical sun called the Companion. It's simply a hovering ball of light, like hovering on top of at the top of the city, right at its center, and that sun never sets. So doesn't matter what time it is, there's always light. But we can assume that you arrived kind of late noon or something like that.
All right. Because as we're arriving into the city, I'm going to shape my body into an unassuming young man that looks very regular and doesn't bring out any suspicion with my alter self spell, just in
Okay.
case.
So a young human.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So Ina rushes and hugs Mel.
Oh, Ina!
And she.
So how have you been? What did you do?
I've been training to be a dragon. Sorry, a hell rider. And she points at the walls. There's a ton of kind of, knights, shiny armor with the emblem of Helm on their breastplate. And she's kind of pointing at them and says, I'm going to be a hell rider.
Oh, how awesome! So did you already sign up, or do you want me to help you get signed up, or what do your parents say about this?
Oh, they're happy. And she says, Daddy has a job.
So what does he do?
He's a cobbler.
Oh, how awesome! He makes shoes.
She kind of looks at you funnily and says, it took us like so long to get here, and it was very hard. But in the end, as we almost came to the city, there was a ton of luctists. Yes, luctists. They came and they had swords, and they had this weird symbol with 5 things on it, and all the luctists they came to us. But then the riders came with horses and bigger swords, and they were so shiny, and they fought and they drove all the luctists away. So now
Yes.
I want to be a hell rider.
Great. Ina the Hell Rider.
Yes.
Oh, Ina the first knight, the first knightress of the Hell Riders.
I counted a lot of night tests. There's a lot of.
But the first one is the boss.
Oh, yeah, I will be the boss. I will tell everyone to chase all the luctists away.
Good. Very good. So I'm so glad we met. Where are you staying?
Oh, just behind this place. We came in, and then there was a place called Black Antlers, and we lived there for 3 days until they find us a house. Uncle Unthar helped us. He is amazing.
Great.
He's like
Great.
so big. He's strong, and he always puts me on like the highest shelf, and then my mother can't reach me and my father can't reach me, and they kind of shout, but I laugh because it's funny. And then I can see everyone's from atop, and then he forgets me, but then he always gets back.
How nice.
Yeah, it's not a long distance. I can show you. There's a huge antler on the front door. It's so big.
Well, my friends, they can come too. Do you remember my friends? Yes, sure you do.
She looks at all of you and kind of she takes her dress and does a little bow, and then you can see Linnen and Kuth just behind her, kind of looking at you and actually smiling and waving at you as they stroll your way. It seems like they were shopping, hands full of groceries, and then they rush forward to greet you all.
I'm so glad to see you again, and we are happy for you that you made it in one piece over here into safety. I'm so sorry to what happened to Greenest.
Linnen looks at all of you and says, I'm so glad that you made it. It has been so long. You left, if I remember it, right when the dragon attacked, but there was a lot of chaos in the bandit army after you left. I'm assuming you had something to do with it. It allowed us to flee once the dragon started its real attack, but
I'm so glad you could make it out of there.
not everyone did. It was quite harrowing. And then Kuth kind of hugs his young daughter.
I'm sorry. But you are here.
We are, and as you can see, a lot more of us are here. There's a ton of people every day coming in. I thought this is something that happened only to the south, but it seems like it's everywhere.
Yes.
Where have you been?
Well, we have been on our way here, and there was we had to take a few detours because of all the difficulties, but we made it as well.
I'm glad you did. If you want, I can show you to a nice place to, rest a little bit. We had been very lucky to find Unthar. He's quite a show. He always keeps tab on people who come in, and when he heard about our situation, he allowed us to rest at the inn for, like, on his expense for a couple of days until we found work and managed to rent a small place here. But a lot of the other refugees are just, they have to settle for a tent outside. Not that anyone is complaining, because probably this city is the safest everywhere. But if you want, I can take you to him. But it's fine if you don't. I don't want, if you have anything or any place else to stay, that's amazing.
Well, I myself would really appreciate it. I'm not sure about my friends. We haven't talked about it yet, but
Yeah,
give us
we
us a moment.
Yeah, we hadn't really planned
Huddle.
anything. Like how the inns here, like, are they full with refugees, those that can pay, or
Probably.
are there like free rooms?
Oh, there are rooms. I mean, prices are a little bit up, but most of the refugees don't have enough money to, spend more than a night or two in the inns. The temples also provide some place to rest, but actually there's a lot of people renting rooms, basements. So you can find a place to rest if you want. But again, the inn, especially if you're a guest for a couple of days, then the inns are the right way to go. There's the Black Antlers, where we have been for a couple of days, which is a lot of adventurers, a lot of mercenaries go there. So if you are looking for a job or something like that, that's the place to go. And then she kind of turns to Kath and says, "But there's the helm, the bent helm. Also, it's a little bit uptown, but it's fine. And I think that there's the what did they call where they sell the elven the glowing goblet. You can also stay there, but
Elven wine, you say? That sounds like a good place. Like if they have like nice, good, comfortable beds. Like it's been really rough. Like we lost our bedrolls and that's on the way here. So sleeping on the ground, it's been like a nightmare.
yeah. So
And I could really use like a bath. I say, like looking pristine since I use my magic to clean myself. But still, I could really use a bath.
it's I think she again looks at Kath. I think it's on Barrett Lane. So essentially, like this is closer to the market, so we are just back from groceries. But if you just continue straight and count 3 streets, and then to the left, I think it's Barrett Lane. You won't miss it. There's a big sign, a golden sign in the form of a goblet. So and I think the owner is half elven, and he specializes in elven wine. So a little bit expensive, but it probably pushes all the riffraff away. So
Sounds perfect.
yeah, and by the way, if you want to have dinner with us or breakfast or lunch or like until you settle, we are just in the small residence just behind the Black Antlers. So second floor, you can just knock. The cobbler's office is just below. So Kath is working there, and we are staying at the upper floor.
Well,
Great, so we can play.
Yes, I'm sure we'll stop by, unless we get dragged into like more trouble here. We seem to be drawn to trouble. At least some of us are. And I look over at Hal, who's just looking up in the sky like, who? That me?
Yeah. You all look road worn, so yeah, go ahead and rest. But really, this place is probably the safest in the area. I mean, the patrols, the Hell Riders, the watch, and this. And she looks up this companion of theirs seems to be driving away a lot of the you know creatures that lurk in the night. So we have been safe since we got here.
So, and I heard Ina is going to be a Hell Rider.
She laughs and says, "Well, it's almost every kid's dream in El Turel is to join one of the legions. I have to say that they do look handsome in their shiny mail." And she kind of elbows Kath, who just kind of
So what do they require to join?
Oh, there's a training and initiation, and you have to be a follower of Helm or something like that.
Oh.
It's half a religious organization, half a knightly order. But we are way below such topics.
Why do you say that? You saw more than many see all their lives.
And I wish I would have seen less.
Agreed. Nevertheless, don't put yourself below.
Oh no. Our first priority is making sure that Ina is safe, and after that, we'll see. I really hope that whatever this is, it's going to end soon. A lot of people talk about dragons and their armies, and I dragons in plural form. I was certain this is something that only happened in Greenest, but now I don't know. I mean, I'm truly worried.
Any clue where we can find information that's not just rumors?
Well, depends on what you want to hear. Inns and taverns are a good source of rumors, but she kind of thinks and say, I don't know, the temples probably, or even the you know. She kind of looks and say, I don't know, maybe the Hell Riders themselves, but looks like the city officials are so deeply concerned with just making sure the city can accommodate all the refugees. I'm not sure anyone has time to just sit back and try to figure out what's going on. We are all very reactive, I would say.
Is there besides speaking with the hell divers and listening for rumors in inns, libraries, places where we can find old tomes and scrolls where
Yeah,
one might research?
there is the House of Wisdom. They sometimes hold open nights for people to enjoy their collections, and sometimes noble people fund, like, they have scholars who are arranging seminars, and and Ina starts to kind of roll her eyes, and yeah, they took me to one of those. It was boring. So that could be something you can explore, and I think that Onthar, actually, the person we told you about who was at the Antlers Inn, he's some sort of and she looks at Kurt, he was some sort of a retired adventurer or something like that, right? And he says, oh yeah, he's a member of this order, Green Gauntlet or something like that. I don't know.
Cool.
So she says
That sounds very
maybe he can help. I know that he's trying to help as many refugees as possible. He is, one of those people.
The Black Antler seems like the place to stay for the night for sure.
Yeah, let's get. So Ina, can you lead us there? Is it okay if we borrow her for a moment?
So Linan says we are headed there anyway, because
right.
we live nearby, and so yeah, sure, of course, if this is where you want to go. She turns around and starts to walk, with Ina kind of jumping around, and then most of the time Lynn is pointing and kind of, oh, this is this street and that street, and the Antlers is on the Maiden's Bridge street, so you need to kind of follow the road, you see this fountain, and then you need to turn left and then right. It's the biggest tower. If you look through the wall, keep the companion to your right, and you'll see it. So she kind of tries to give you some useful directions, but this is a huge city, and the streets are super crowded. People do not seem afraid as much as they seem anxious. There's a lot of tension in the air, but people are walking the streets without armor or weapons. And indeed, every couple of minutes you do spot a patrol of the Hell Riders, and even though they are, you have visited Burdosk, where the patrols were very strict. So these people are definitely strict. However, every time they see a refugee or someone slumping in the street, they kind of sit by him and try to kind of understand what's going on. How can they help? You see a couple of times one of those patrols putting water and food for people who don't seem to be able to afford it. So definitely there's an atmosphere of a city that tries to keep everyone together and keep everyone in as much as possible good spirits. However, a lot of effort to make sure that life here don't clog because of the refugees. In the end of the road, of the main Maiden's Bridge street, is the the inn that is called actually a pair of black antlers, and you don't really understand why until you go in, and then immediately on top of the door there is like this huge pair of black antlers displayed there, like something out of whack, 10 meters each side. So that's definitely a very big and prominent display item, and the inn itself looks like it was composed of all the loot of all the, you know, poorest adventurers ever found. So rusty swords and pieces of relics and bows and shields and whatnot are decorating the walls. And at the end of all of this, like a ton of people are going in, going out, sitting in tables. But at the end of that, there is a dragonborn kind of standing there and, you know, polishing glasses.
Can we tell what animal used to have those antlers? Do we maybe know it?
So take a look. I don't know, roll for something. Survival, maybe
Nature?
nature, yeah.
I got natural one. I just bought some churros and I'm just enjoying fried dough
Yeah.
for the first time in a long time.
It's a donkey's antlers.
9 for me, so I guess not much.
Yeah, but probably some huge animal or something like that.
Loading. What is it? Nature or survival? Oh, nature. 16.
So yeah, nothing like unusual. It's kind of probably some sort of a giant, you know, deer or something like that, whatever. So but probably the giant type, not the regular one.
Nice one.
There's a big dragonborn behind the counter, right, of the inn.
Yep.
I walk up to the counter looking up and I say, "Those are fake, right? There's no way."
So he's I mean, the dragonborn smiles and says, no, everything is genuine here, like collected through the years of many owners, many adventurers that came here, could not pay the bill, and so they contributed their magical items. And we collected them and we placed them on the walls, but we sucked all the magic. And then when he says that, he looks at Mel. So we took all the magic from all of the weapons and
Mel is like,
everything, and we poured it into our cakes. So the cakes are amazing here. And if
gimme.
if your friends will behave, we will make sure to give you a cake.
Well, we will behave because we have the next first Hell Rider amongst us, Ina, right here. And she can surely vouch for us.
And then you can hear this huge booming sound. Ina! And then as like half of the, you know, people in the inn are kind of, you know, become silent, and then you can actually hear the earth shake as this huge fat man comes down the stairs. He is wearing some sort of an armor, but his belly is basically protruding just below, you know, the kinks of the armor. And he's kind of goes down, shaking the staircase and then shaking the floor as he comes by. And then he swoops Ina and he hangs her by the collar at one of the antlers. So she's like, ah! And all the, like, everyone laugh, and Kuth is kind of, you know, what can he do? And then Linen, she's smiling and laughing, but it's like almost a hysterical, you know, laugh, seeing her kid like over there. And then he looks at you and says, I see you brought some guests.
Yes. Adventurers Apparently in the right place.
Adventurers! And he kind of looks at Cedric and you smell too much of alcohol. And then he looks at you, Elith, and kind of pokes you. Not enough flesh. Mal, and he kind of and then he shouts at Ina, you're lonely. And then she says, yes. And he kind of winks at you. You want up too?
Yeah, please.
And he kind of grabs you, and he's like a giant, so effortlessly kind of grabs you and puts you at the antler. So you and Lynn and Ina are kind of hanging out there. And then he looks at Anhal and says, oh, here is someone I can, And he does this motion, and then like a couple of people break out, and they bring 2 chairs, a table, and there's a handle on the table. And he says, sit. We are going to arm wrestle.
Okay. Anhal sits smiling at this man and produces his arm, the left arm, actually.
So he, the left arm. So he produces the left arm and says, do you want to make a blessing?
Let's
To the
play.
courts.
I have silver on Anhal. I slap it down on the table.
More people kind of start to slam coins. And then the bartender is kind of, a bottle of Elverquist on Unthar.
I believe in you, Inhal, and then I put 5 gold on the other guy. I forgot his name.
I expected some inspiration, not 5 gold on the other guy.
That would be cheating.
One of the ladies who work here sneak up to you, Mal, and Ina, like 2 slices of cake on small pink plates. So she kind of.
Awesome. Nice.
Okay, so this will be like a strength check, but we'll do. So let's do it this way. Since I'm assuming you guys are encouraging Anhal, so each one of you.
Well,
Except Cedric.
Except Cedric. So Anhal, you and I are going to make 3 checks, and it will be 5 checks, and it will be 3 out of 5. So as you 2 kind of lock your arms, and one hand is on the handle, and a ton of people are kind of singing and making toasts, and Ina and Mal are eating cake up above. So make your first roll.
11.
Okay, so you 2 lock your hands, and you start to push, and then he's like, wait. He kind of grabs the stick. Obviously, he wasn't expecting such a push, and he was maybe a little bit distracted. So you kind of grab a little bit of his arm, and then you can see Ina like, you never lost. I never, like, what is this?
This is my friend Anhal.
And he says,
Anhal.
Your blessing is quite a potent one, I see.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Second roll.
21.
Oh, so you kind of lean into it. And his hand kind of goes really down, and then you can hear like a couple of buttons in his belly kind of pop out, like, and he's like, well, look what we have here. What? You haven't seen my blessing yet. And he goes, and then you can see Ina doing this, like, he's got a pop. Third roll.
23.
Oh my god, you so yeah, you know what, you describe, like, how does it look like when you win?
Well, I turn his hand obviously down to the table, and I turn to Mal back and I wink at her and say, "Hey, we made it." And I try to say to Unthar, if I remember correctly, that it was just luck.
He like hand on the table, he kind of gets up and he becomes like purple and red, and everyone kind of become, seriously quiet. And he looks at you and he, like this was amazing, amazing. No one has ever beaten me in such a like. What is that? Who are you? Where did you come from? Drinks. And then the bartender comes in with like a very fancy bottle of Elverquest, which is kind of a really expensive elven wine. And Unthar is giving you the honor by simply pouring it to you, and says, "To what is your name, laddie?"
And Hal.
"Anhel, may the hand bless him." And then he gives you a glass, and he takes a glass too, and says, "Drinks for everyone." And everyone, yeah.
We tackle
Yeah.
glasses, and I give the glass to Cedric.
I never doubted you. I say as I'm like paying up the money I waged against you. Never doubted you. Thank you.
That's amazing.
Oh,
Okay.
And then he got disconnected.
He got drunk. Enhal got drunk.
No, he gave his drink to me.
Oh,
Sorry, I lost that. I was just giving the wine to Cedric, and network froze up.
Yeah, he said that he never doubted you. As he
I'm
Yes.
sure. I'm sure.
As I'm paying up because I lost a bet.
I'm doing this motion and say I saw those 5 gold pieces there.
Yeah.
Yes. It's for your victory.
A man strolls into the inn and whispers something at Onthar's ears, and he kind of goes up, "Oh, yeah, of course, refugees first." And then he looks at all of you and says, "Enjoy your drinks. I'll be back somewhere, sometime." And then he walks away, and Ina is like shouting, "You forgot me again!" And then he kind of pops his head back. No, I didn't. And he pulls both of you, Mal and Ina, from the antlers, and back to the main hall, and then he leaves.
oh, thank you. Now we can have our drinks, Ina.
Yeah.
As this begins to settle a bit and maybe the bartender has a moment to breathe,
Yep.
I put my corner on the counter and say, this is such crazy times nowadays. Do you have any idea what's going on?
He looks at
What have you heard lately?
Well, I know one thing for sure, that this isn't local. According to the number of refugees and news that I'm hearing from Greenest to Waterdeep, seems like this is how it is everywhere. At least the rumors speak about dragons and armies of mercenaries and cultists and whatnot. I don't know what to make of this. Everything in the world went crazy.
Right. Yeah. I'm here because I wanted to see this end, but also my brother's, well, no, my cousin twice removed. He's actually a wizard, and he's kind of struggling for cash. Wizards, that ink they have is kind of expensive. Do you have any sort of work for him that he might do?
Well,
Have you heard of any postings somewhere?
Yes, there is, especially if that cousin of yours is a wizard. You should check at Lord Stavenger's estate. He is, quite a weird in the way of nobles, a lot of money to spend, not a lot of things to do. And he started acquiring all kinds of weird books recently. I think he's funding like a really expensive display at the House of Wisdom. And he was questioning a lot of people about their encounters with all those mercenary gangs, and he was trying to kind of get as many books and scrolls and maps from them. So he might be of interest. You might want to check his estate.
Oh, that's excellent. Thank you so much for that. And then I get another drink and I tip him nicely for it.
Thanks. The name is Toxal, by the way.
Thanks. My name is John Deere.
Oh, you came to the right place, Mr. John Deere.
Right, of course.
Um, are you and your friends looking for a room to rent for a couple of days?
Yes, definitely. I feel like this is the vibe that we need. We fit right in here.
Um,
But the elven
getting
wine.
are we getting
And the
4
cake.
rooms or 1?
Oh, please tell me you have elven wine for our bard here.
Oh yeah, I can definitely accommodate if you have the money. It's 4 gold pieces per tall glass, so probably the most expensive thing we have here in the tavern. But as long as it flows, you know what they say.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yes,
And
I'm not saving my money to buy a diamond to save my friends from dying. No, not at all. Of course, I have money for that.
Um. So where have you been to? Are you also one of the refugee stragglers, or?
Well,
yes,
we
I
kind of came from Greenest as well.
Oh, I heard it was completely sacked and burned to the ground.
Sad.
we were lucky. I was very lucky to stumble onto these very powerful adventures, as you can see. And I motion at Anahel. Saved my life.
Mel takes a deep bow.
And
It was my pleasure.
she's small, but she is potent. Be careful.
Well,
Um,
I can tell that the city is quite big, and we are new to the city. At least I am new to the city. Do you happen to have a map, a recent map, uh, around here that we can borrow or buy?
I have something that I always show tourists when they want to kind of understand where is what, and he kind of opens not a big, but kind of a small, useful map. Let's call it this way. Any specific place you had in mind to visit?
Well, I want to look for the Everlight Theater and the the presence of fountains in general.
The Everlight Theater, and he marks it on the map. So it's he looks and looks at you and says, I remember something about the theater. It's been a while since they brought up a play. I don't remember actually seeing one of their posters lately. Yeah, but you can definitely find them. I think that the Folly and the Fall is one of their bests in terms of the plays. If this is what you are after, even though not a lot of people find the peace of mind to enjoy a play these days. So maybe that's the reason I haven't heard about them for a while. And he marks it on the map. Now you said something about
Okay.
fountains.
Yes, I'm looking about a fountain that, a working fountain with water that they told me to visit. It's actually a very nice fountain, I guess. So, do you
Um,
happen to know where there are functioning fountains?
oh, we
Um,
have dozens. Did you get any specific instruction or?
well, not very specific.
Hmm,
Just point me
you
on.
did say that it is like with water, not a
Yes, it's
dry one.
functioning. Yes,
So
yes.
at the center of the city, above the or below the companion, there is the the main fort, castle, temple of Helm, and then there's a huge um, like a walkway that goes up to the northern wall. And at the end of that walkway, there is a small, like, artificial lake. I know that one of the most frequently visited fountains is found there. So a lot of couples in the night, or our night, visit that place. So it should be nice.
Noted. Thank you very much. And I also tip him and I ask him for a glass of water.
Just water,
Yes, yes, just water.
juice maybe.
No, I have acid reflux. Just water.
Ah, he says, "Oh, okay, that's completely fine. Do you want them sparkling or
Sparkling, yes.
amazing?" We just had this amazing contraption by the followers of Gond. It's amazing. It's a little bit noisy, but it produces water that are simply exploding in your mouth. It's amazing. And he produces this weird kind of barrel with all kinds of valves and handles inside of it, and he pours water into a bottle, and then he screws the bottle in, and then he operates like a couple of, and then it goes, and all the people kind of are looking, oh, that's sparkling again. And then when he uncorks the water bottle, it goes like, and then tons of bubbles rise up, and then, oh, this is like a phenomenal machine. It breaks down every day, but when it works, it's amazing.
Careful, Enhal. You might get too excited from this.
I take I take it. I treat it as a wine. I swirl it in the glass and I take a small sip out of it. How does it taste like?
It's like sour water, but it's like fun. All your tongue kind of goes like, it's fantastic, and it's water. It's not alcoholic, so.
Nice. And I order another glass for Mal also, and I give it to her.
Okay, yeah, definitely. So water is, I mean, sparkling water is 3 copper pieces per glass, but he kind of lets go Mal's glass. It's she's a kid. You don't prevent, you
Yeah,
don't
I'm
take.
just a kid.
Yeah.
And try
Thank you very
this.
much.
It's like, wow, this is awesome. And she makes a sparkling sounds with her. She talks even faster now.
I can probably arrange a room for you with a place to shower and maybe some help to clean up your clothes if you want. We'll be serving also dinner in a couple of hours. So if you want to rest, that would be a good time to do that. Especially with you do seem like you walked a lot to get here. So
Yes, far too much. I am, however, willing to provide some entertainment for the inn if you want it. I am a famous bard, I say, and like tip my hat and bow.
do you know by any chance this ballad? I've heard it once and never again. It was so good. The Knights of Dragon Dawn. Are you familiar with it? It's
Of course I am.
Oh,
I know all of them.
this is like, if you can sing it for us tonight, I will make sure to arrange the stage. I need to dust it a little bit, and I'll probably I can provide you with some tools. I mean, we do have a back room with all kinds of musical instruments, and he looks at Mal, that we salvaged from adventurers who couldn't pay their bill, and we sucked all their magic into the cakes. So you can
Oh,
probably find a couple of instruments there if this is.
Oh, I do have like my own, and I pull out my viol, but I can play other instruments also.
So definitely have a look at what we have. I'll make sure to dust the stage and arrange like maybe a toast. Yes, a toast for you to kind of get the crowd ready, and it should be amazing. It's like the favorite drinking ballad, and like we'll probably make a lot of money tonight if you are willing to, of course, sing it.
Yes, I do, of course, want to be paid for this.
By definition,
Or,
of course. That's
or maybe just free drinks while I perform.
oh,
That would work also.
my finest wines.
That Elwood wine, yes, you were talking about.
I can I can arrange a bottle especially for our guest bard. I didn't know that we had a bard just strolling in, with the low mood of most of the guests recently. Only Unther's contests and the occasional bard who shows up. But the last one was not. I mean, he didn't know this ballad. So since you know it, I'll be delighted.
I whispered to Kedrick, "Don't get wasted tonight. I need you."
I whispered to Kedrick,
I do my best work.
let's get wasted tonight. Let's get wasted tonight, man. It's the come on. We don't get
yeah,
this
let's
chance.
get wasted. What is wasted? What does it mean?
I'll tell you
It
when you're
means you
older.
don't let fine wine go to waste.
Exactly.
That's good. Oh, speaking of which, you mentioned that you have you have a magic sucking machine or something. You have to show me how this works. I'm curious. How do you suck magic out of items and put it into cakes?
Oh, he like the Dragonborn like was a little bit kind of flabbergasted when you said that he has some sucking machine. So he was like, whoa. He thought maybe you were talking about the bubble making machine. So he was like a little bit lost. But then, that's a special treat that we have here. So think about it this way: a lot of adventurers come here, and they
Yes.
want to drink and they want to eat, but then
Yes.
when they need to pay, they realize that they don't have anything to pay. So in this case, and only in this case, we take one magical item from them, and our cook has a special ritual she is casting to get all the magic from the magical items into the food. If you want, I can have you meet the cook so you can
Yes,
talk to her.
I want that.
Okay.
I want to see how she does that, and I want to help her. I like cooking.
So, yeah.
I will say to the bartender, like, do be careful around her, around Mel here. She has a few magical items of herself, of her own, and have some magical powers. Don't let her show her hand back. It's dangerous.
He kind of, he kind of shrinks a little bit and says, yeah, of course, no harm done. I mean, most of the kids love the tales, and actually, our cook does.
It's for your safety.
Yeah.
Got it. So
like that handbag has killed people.
Okay, I'll make sure to be so. Yes,
one of his ballads.
So I
I
suggest
make a minor illusion halo around my head.
I suggest
It's just one of his ballads.
that you guys clean up, and I'll tell the cook that she's about to have a very special guest.
Yes, and maybe we can cook up some old family recipe together.
I'm like she she'll love it. She
Wonderful.
always needs help in the kitchen, and he starts to kind of stammer, like he doesn't know what to do with the mixed signals he's getting from this sweet kid and this bard who is telling her like that this kid is dangerous.
It's just one of his ballads. He's getting you all revved up for tonight when he sings his song.
Definitely. So we can meet her here a little bit before evening. So she I mean the cook isn't too busy in the kitchen, and she can accept you, and you can probably cook something together. In yeah,
Great.
what? Oh, you need a glass of wine. I'm coming, and he's kind of
Maybe like before we rest and get dinner and everything and the performance, we should just go out and get like bedrolls that we lost at the ambush site like days ago,
Sure.
before we get dragged into something else and have to leave town without bedrolls.
Good
Okay.
instinct.
Okay.
I also need to buy, Cedric, I also need to buy this. I think I've never been on stage, but I have danced a lot. I think I can be just a backup dancer to your performance with these two short swords.
I'm a backup dancer for money. Do
You'll see.
what you want
It'll
me
boost your
to.
performance. I know it. And you smell the breath of alcohol in his. I know it's gonna be great.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
No, we just need to talk. We just need to do it.
Yeah,
do it, do
sure.
it.
We'll talk about it.
All right, done.
Okay, so you
Well,
guys go, like all of you go out, or some of you are staying, or how do you want to do this?
I have no money. I can't buy anything. I can steal stuff.
Well, can you come with me in case I can't pay for something?
Well, I can come with you, but I can't pay either. So, but I can come if you want me to. I have no
Really?
money.
None of you have any money left?
I spent
have
it
some
all on
money.
ink.
I have some money actually.
Yeah.
So
I'll go out and get 4 bedrolls.
But maybe I can sell one of these holy symbols I found. Look, this one or this one.
And people
We'll
kind
come
of, you
back and
know,
say.
as you kind of, people are like, what?
Actually, Mal, I want you to come with me.
Okay.
I want to visit a fountain.
Oh, a fountain. Wonderful. Let's go. Or we all go. Do we go separate ways and everybody does their stuff, or do we do everything together, or what?
I just need to pick up a ceremonial blade dancing dress.
Nice. And so
I'll buy bedrolls for all of you.
musical
I just
instruments
paid
in
for
his
it.
shed.
I'm sorry, you're cutting out, Carson.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did this guy say this? Did the barkeeper say he has broken musical instruments in his shed? Well, because maybe I can repair them, and then he can pay me for it, and then I have money, and then I can buy stuff.
Definitely. I think if we put all our 4 heads together, we can make some money out of this, for sure.
Great. So I can spend it on ink to write some spells.
Yeah.
Or maybe I buy some crazy recipe ingredients. Oh no, I collect those myself. I don't have to buy them.
And remember, if you end up dying and I need to bring you back, I need a diamond.
Oh, great! Yeah. So let's just repair all these instruments and make some money here, and then we do the diamond thing. Where do you buy diamonds?
Probably at the jeweler
Great.
who sells gems.
Well,
It's only like
obviously.
300 gold. I'm sure you'll get a lot of money from repairing instruments that only needed a bit of dusting.
Well, if they only need dusting, but he said they're broken also. He said some of them are broken. I thought he said it. Well, I don't know what he said. Maybe I had too much elfin sparkling water wine thing stuff.
Bubbles are going to your head.
Yes, but if the machine breaks down every day, I can help them fix it.
Yep. Probably. Okay. So you guys go out and split into two groups. This is what I'm hearing, or am I missing something?
Sounds like it.
That's
Okay.
right.
Okay. So Mel and Anhal go to search the fountain, and Eliath and Kedrick are going to shop.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay, good. So Kedrick, as you and Eliath go up, like you get up and leave the inn. It's not very hard for you to realize that two people have left the inn and are sort of following you. You're not sure if it's because Mel kind of dangled a couple of cultists' holy symbols. They seem to be wearing plain clothes. However, after you kind of spotted them tailing you, you could see that, like, from the back of your you kind of turn and the corner of your eye, try to assess them. Seems like they are wearing clothes that are a military grade belt, and then boots that are a little bit too rugged to be just plain traveling boots, and both of them has some whatever, a coat on top of them that can easily hide a short sword or something like that. So
Mhm.
We both notice, or just Kedrick?
Kedrick.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will say to you, Elias, do you still look like a male human?
Yeah, just a young male human.
Okay, yeah. I think we picked up a tail. There are like some suspicious people behind us. Like, don't look behind us, but like over there.
Elithlorn is immediately snaps into his paranoid self again. Oh no! And then I'm gonna cast message in the direction in which I saw Mel and Hal leave, which is 120 feet. Hopefully they're still in range. And I
Yep.
say, this is Anhal speaking. We seem to have a tail too. Clearly armed. They are not well hiding their short swords. I'm gonna try to lose them. I'm gonna take a right. That would be to your southeast. Meet us.
And all
I
that
tell Anhal.
because you said too much. This is Enhal. Oh wait, no, I'm not Enhal.
Did I
And
say
then
Anhal?
the
Did I say
message goes out.
Elithlorn?
You said Enhal.
And then
crap.
Anhal is like, oh my god, a message from myself from the future.
This is Anhal from the
Yeah.
future. I guess it's the wine speaking. And
Let's say I recognize the voice because Enhal could be actually that stupid. So,
I also, in order to cast it, I have to point my finger in the direction. So
Oh.
I'm just going like this.
Got it.
And as I say that, I guess we would want to. I'm trying to see the first opening to just kind of dash in an alleyway towards, or hopefully a place where we'll meet the party.
Okay. Do you guys want to go stealth mode, like dash and disappear, or just casually stroll to the right or to the left?
We could just casually stroll into that shop and see if they keep hanging around.
Okay.
Yeah, I tell you, I can morph again into somebody else. They won't find me. Hopefully.
Yeah, but you probably need some place where you don't have 10 people like walking around you, seeing you change.
Yes. Maybe a store with a clothing store where we can try on clothes.
Okay. So you
I was thinking of getting a new cloak. Like, I like this like color and this, but maybe like it could be more colorful.
so you dive into a street that has like a big sign, like a pole sign on top of it, called like marks it as a like the Champs-Elysees, right? It kind of says Aurora's Emporium. So it's kind of a long street with a ton of marketplace outlets and interconnected shops. So you're kind of walk there and dive into a clothing shop. And seems like the two are simply headed straight. So they don't look to the right or to the left. They just walk their own pace and continue straight.
As soon as I walk in, I say, "Oh goodness, look at this! Look at these beautiful trousers. I need to try these on. Where can I try these?"
Inside, sir. This is don't do this on the street, please.
Excellent. And I just pop in, and I shape change into a gnome, very small,
Mhm.
male gnome.
I'll be standing like outside waiting and whispering loudly into the changing room like, "You're a horrible actor. You're never getting on stage with me."
That's why I have magic for. And I come out, do a cartwheel. I don't like them. And I put the pants on the counter.
I surmise this much, sir. And Enhal, do you kind of try to meet your two friends, or do you continue to the fountain?
Actually, when I hear the message, I believe that the best course of action is to just turn around and try to follow the people stalking Eliathron and Cedric. So if there is a conflict, we have them between us.
Okay, so as you kind of hear the message and you turn, you spot something. So you do remember that every once in a while, this strange-looking dude showed up with a strange hat and a cane, and he had this smile that vaguely resembled Mel's smile. However, he was much older than her, and you kind of think you saw this exact person a couple of blocks away, and then something hit it, and he was dragged into an alley. And you were like, what? Did I really see that?
Mikaro.
Yeah, I'm almost sure that this was the guy.
I turn to Mal and say, "Did you see him?"
You're muted.
Now I see him. Well, I don't know. Did I see it? Do I need a roll or
make a perception check? You were kind of, I mean, the message caught Angel and he immediately turned, so you were not really looking at anything.
What do you mean? Do you mean those clouds up there? Look at the clouds.
I think I saw Mikaro, your friend, getting hit by something right over there.
Oh, well, we should check it out. I mean, he's not really my friend, but he's, let's say, probably a relative of a distant cousin's servant or something. So let's check it out.
So since it's in our way, I guess we pass through this alley and we look on the right. Can we see Mikaro or some sign of impact with something?
So as you go and move toward the alley, it's kind of a long, winding one. So it's getting closer to the market area where Kedrick and Eliath went. So it's basically a very narrow alley with a ton of booths with all kinds of merchants selling whatever. So there's like a river of people there. And as you kind of turn in and try to kind of look around, you, Mel, spot Pikaro's hat on the floor.
Oh, I take it, of course. Look, the hat. I put it on. And I make something. Do I get small or big? Or I imagine I could look differently.
So as you kind of put it or you try to play it, it simply kind of turns into sand in your hands.
Oh. I make an Arcana check to see if I understand what that means.
Yep, go ahead.
23.
It means that Mikaro was kicked back to its original plane of existence, which is not a good thing. Meaning he was severely hurt. here
Okay.
on this plane.
Oh, that is bad. He was pretty badly hurt. So give me a moment. I send him a sending. What happened to you? Give me a clue. I just found your head and I trying to send it. It must mean you're back where you came from. Where is that, by the way?
You try to kind of send a message, but you don't really get a good sense of it being sent or received. However, a little bit like in front of you, something like, I don't know, 200 feet in the river of people, suddenly Mikaro's cane kind of pops up and does like, woo-hoo, and then goes down again.
But that makes no sense. Usually the message, the sending should go through. So he doesn't answer or anything? No message back?
You were
Then-
trying to message me?
Dead?
You were trying to message me?
No, my friend. Well,
Oh.
the guy
And-
with the hat.
And then 50, 250 feet, like the cane comes up, woo, and then
Well, maybe it's a trap. If he doesn't answer us, should not be the case.
so as you and Hal kind of stand there, Cedric and Eliath, what do you want to do?
Well, it looks like those guys following just kept on walking.
Yeah.
But they could like double back and try to follow us again. Maybe I should go out first, and then you can like follow behind me like 20 meters or something. Since you now look different.
Yeah, we should try to just head back where we came from. I feel like that's the highest chance of seeing our friends.
Or just go and get those bedrolls that we need when we have to run out of town. I'm not sleeping another night on the ground.
I don't know. I don't know if that's worth the life of Mel and Hal.
Like,
It's close, but
It's us that is getting followed. It's us that are in danger.
I can't. I don't know. I think they would probably be in danger.
Like there's a shop like nearby. I'm going.
All right, hold on. I just do this, and I summon a familiar, a pigeon.
Mhm.
And I tell him, okay, fly around and see if you can spot and Hal and Mel. If you do, let me know.
Okay.
And then I go after Cedric.
Okay, the pigeon flies up the air and then starts circling. Make a perception check with disadvantage because like the ton of people who are on the street.
Right. Dun dun dun. Ah, it's an 11. Oh, disadvantage. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it worse.
My sword is still lit, so I guess
I can. A 6.
What and how?
my sword is still lit, so I guess it can help locating me.
So you kind of walk in the streets of Elturel with a burning sword.
It's not burning, it's light.
It's light. Okay, got it.
Just
So
light.
maybe it might help. So how was what was the higher roll, Eliath?
The higher one was 11.
Okay. So no, at least not at this point. Like your pigeon is still up, trying to figure things out.
All right. Sneaky music is playing as we run down the street.
Okay, are you running towards the bedrolls or toward your friends, roughly?
If Cedric doesn't follow me, then I have to go stick with Cedric. So I guess we're going for the bedrolls.
I'm strolling towards the bedroll.
Yeah, you're strolling, but I'm going from barrel to wall to column, dashing.
Got it. Okay.
So drawing more attention to yourself because you stand out in the crowd.
Oh no, nobody sees me. I'm shadow. I'm the wind.
Okay.
Okay, so you arrive at the shop, Kedrick, and there's like a dwarf with like huge beard, hairy chest, arms kind of that look like two rods of iron mangled up together. And he looks at you, Kedrick, and says, "What's up with your friend?"
I don't know. He's weird that way.
Well, obviously he's not used to living in a city. You can tell him that he can relax. What do you guys need?
4 bedrolls.
4.
1 good one and 3 average ones.
Okay. I'm assuming the good one is for you, sir.
Of course.
Okay. Human sized or
Yes.
okay. So he kind of goes back store and then returns with 4 bedrolls. One of them is a little bit more elaborate, and he kind of taps it and says, "This one was manufactured in Icewind Dale." So it's weatherproof, rainproof, and is filled with the fur of one of their woolly mammoths.
Fantastic. I hope I never have to use it and we can always stay in inns.
Yeah, that's a common blessing even for dwarves. And he then looks at you, Elith. Are you calm yet? I mean, everything's good? Whatever's haunting
know.
you stopped haunting you?
I don't know. I don't know. What's the? Do you have a bedroll that's easiest to hide? Like a ghillie suit bedroll?
I do have something that was created by the sea elves. It has some camouflage ability, but not anything magical. It's just made out of the hide of a very specific whale that change its color according to the terrain that it's been laid. The only problem is the smell. If you can live with it, it's a very fine sleeping bag.
How much is it?
Oh, it's like for you two, those 2 bags will have something like, I don't know, 20 gold pieces, and I'll put in the rest. Like you said, 2 more, right? So
I'll just take a regular one.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I'm not paying for that. I'm paying for these 4. That's fine.
Oh, you're paying? Okay. Yeah, I'll take a regular one.
Yeah. How much more is the fancy one for
Oh,
me?
it's 20 gold pieces.
Fantastic.
By the way, it goes with lifetime warranty. So if it ever gets any damage to it out of fair use, you can come here and I can get it replaced.
Does fair use include orcs stabbing it?
No, unless the stabbing happened when the orc was in the bedrolls with you.
No, while I was in the bedroll.
So did the orc? Was the orc with you in the bedroll?
No. The orc was outside
Oh,
stabbing.
so that's not fair use.
Oh, okay. And I assume like me bleeding all over it as I get stabbed is also not.
No. That
No.
happens to you a lot. I reckon.
No. Of course not. Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, no, that's fine. By the way, you can tell your jumpy friend that he has a tail, and then as the dwarf kind of points, so you can see one of the 2 persons who was there before kind of turns around and walks down the. Seems like your friend rose the curiosity of the local inquisitive, the local Inquisition.
Inquisition.
No, yeah. People get sweat and cold when this name is kind of, but not in here. The Creed Resolute is very clear with regards to the proper way of interrogating people. This is the local police. This is the watch. You can relax.
I did not expect the Inquisition.
Nobody expects the Elturian Inquisition.
Thank you.
Okay, back to Mal and Enhel. So the cane is doing another woo and then vanishes in a store.
Do you want to go after your friend, or it's his game?
Let's check out our friends first. If he didn't answer my call, then he's probably busy anywhere or something is off. But let's go after our friends first.
Okay, and as you turn, you can see a pigeon up above you going like goes a little bit crazy, and then Elith, you get a mental ping like saw your friends walk.
I found them. I know where they are, Kedrick.
Well,
Let's go round them up and then
okay.
I guess continue shopping because the Inquisition is not really doing anything about it.
Yeah, I guess if it's just the local police, interesting who we are. We have nothing to hide. Here, carry these bedrolls and let's go.
You gave them to me, but I don't know if they're floating in the air because I'm shorter now. Would they be?
No, if you alter self, it's like a good like yeah, it's working.
Okay.
But
yeah, then it's just
like people see like the sleeping bags kind of hiding there, hiding here, rushing here.
it's just sleeping bags with legs following you.
Okay. And after like a couple of minutes trying to avoid like a ton of people in the street, you bump into Mel and Enhel.
What
And
happened? We saw you familiar.
We're being followed by the Inquisition. And before you freak out, apparently this Inquisition is not the unsuspecting Inquisition that you would expect. They apparently have a light touch. Either way, I figured we would just show them that we're just shopping, and hopefully they'll just eventually calm down and leave us alone.
Yes, show them that we have nothing to hide, that we don't try to move stealthily in the street and look like a fool, that we don't change form.
Well, I actually think high of Inquisitors. I don't see why you're so stressed.
Yeah. No, I don't know why. Yes.
Looks up at you, and her forehead is in sorrowful wrinkles.
What happened to you?
Well,
Yeah.
we saw our you remember the guy with the hat and the cane who gave me the bag?
Yeah, vaguely. I think he stopped by the inn while I was having like just like one drink, maybe two. I vaguely remember him showing up.
Well, we thought we saw him, but he didn't respond to my message, so it's most probably, I don't know, a mirage.
I actually think we saw him getting hit by a bird or something. But Mel knows better.
He can take care of himself, I'm sure. He didn't respond to my message. It's very impolite.
Oof. There's a stretching noise and like a pop as I go back to my regular form. It's probably been an hour since I got into the city, right?
Oh, hi there.
Okay,
So
no use of hiding then.
You brought the bedrolls. Nice. How much do they cost?
20 gold. But don't worry, I got it covered.
Oh, thank you so
No.
much.
I insist. I'll pay for Mal's and mine.
Yeah, give me the money. I mean, yes, pay him if you want.
Yeah, well, for those two, it was just 1 gold.
And I give the gold to
You should,
Cedric.
Cedric, you should give it to a worthy cause. Maybe we can throw it into a fountain and wish for something. You can
Yes,
never practice wishes early enough.
or I could buy half a glass of elven wine with 2 golds.
Make that Make that 3/3. No, wait, 3/4. And I give you another gold.
Oh, good. I'm rich again. Just have just a few more, and we can buy the diamond.
So, are you going back to the inn, or are we going all to the fountain?
I guess since we all met up, we can go to the fountain unless you want to be more private and not have a tail. If they're just following us, then we can go
Well,
back
too
to the
late
inn.
now.
Now they've seen us, so
They saw us
it
at
is.
the inn. They followed us from the inn.
Yeah. I'm very curious to see what they want from us. Maybe we can calm them. If it's an Inquisition, maybe we can talk to them, calm them down, and stop them from following
So,
us.
do I see them anywhere? Can you point them out to me? Where are they?
No, at the moment, doesn't seem like anyone is following you. At least you don't see them immediately.
Yeah, they're probably still around, but I don't see
What did they look like?
them. Nondescript,
Okay.
but they have like some like hidden clothes, like that could hide weapons, like good quality boots and belt.
Ah, you mean suspiciously nondescript? Yes, I
Yes.
understand.
Well, we can always talk to them if they want to engage with us.
I'd be worried about if they saw what we're up to in that fountain, though. Because I don't even know what we're up to in that fountain, to be honest.
Well,
Actually, I'm
let's
not
just go
curious.
there.
Okay.
It's a fountain that a lot of couples visit, so I guess we won't stand out from the crowd.
Okay.
It's up to you if you want our company and hell.
Let's all go together. I believe if I am to have a revelation, let's better be someone there for me too also. And I need you all guys.
Okay.
Okay. So you travel the small or the tight and long road that ends in the wall, and in front of the wall, like when you turn, you can see the waters of the river, and then the Helm's like High Temple, and all the street that is being kind of slowly vacated as night comes in. And at the end of it, there is a small pond surrounded by shops, and these are the more let's call it quieter shops, so bookshops or small bakeries or something like that. I mean, nothing industrial in nature. And there is one huge fountain just before the pond until the wall, but then between each two shops or three shops, there is a smaller fountain. Most of them are just places for birds to kind of rest. Most of them have statues on top of them, local heroes and heroines. Most of them wearing the Hell Riders kind of what appears to be their armor or something like that. However, one of the statues who is located in front of what appears to be a like a small how does it called? Tell you, like a scrivener shop. So not a bookshop, but people who copy books and they have all kinds of inks, etc. So the shop looks deserted for a long time now. There is kind of a chain on the door. It's locked, dusted, but other than that, nothing is broken or something like that. And in front of that shop, there is a small fountain, but the statue that was supposed to be on top of it broke and is gone. No debris. So that's basically what you see.
Do we see our tail that's following us now?
Make a perception check.
I help with the
Whereabouts?
pigeon.
Yeah, I don't see anything. That's like 6.
8.
And
Nope.
4.
The
You
Lees
can
are
look.
fantastic perception checks for more or
Oh
less.
yeah, kind of sit there and
Like,
look around.
yeah, we'll
I
just
look at
add
the
them all
second tab.
together, and then it's like almost 20 if we add them all together.
Yep. No.
Okay.
See nothing.
Do we notice any in the broken statue fountain? Do we notice any symbols that look like the key I have?
So when you go to examine it, the fountain is basically a small kind of what appears to be a, what do you call it? An
Bird
oval.
feeder.
What? Yeah, exactly.
A
Bird feeder with a step on top of it that should have been the place on top the statue was placed, but this was removed, and you can see that the grill that is lying beneath the water is indeed in the form of your key in this strange, weird pattern.
And I assume there's like a lot of people around here
Um,
also.
Yes, when you look at the, like around you, at the people, at the grill, you notice that the lock that is chaining the door for the Scrivener shop also have this pattern engraved on it.
ooh,
But it's a normal lock. We cannot
Yes.
open it with such key.
You have a key, so
interesting.
Yeah.
I sent my pigeon to take a look at the windows of the shop if there are any that are not boarded up or broken. See if there's a way in, just in case.
just very dirty, and like it's a two-story building connected to another shop that is currently open. They are selling how do you call those pastries?
I summon my cat inside the shop. I just summon it from behind. I summon it behind the door, like inside,
Mhm.
and let it look around.
So
Before you do that, I'll say, Enhal, I'll be like out here, but I'll come if you need our help. Need my help. Let me just distract people a little if something like weird happens, and I'll put down my hat in front of me and pull out my viol and start playing like performing in the street, like street performer, to like get people to pay attention to me and not these guys doing all kinds of weird shit in the middle of the street.
What are
I
you
don't do
talking
anything. I
about?
just stand in front of the shop.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this window.
so you're kind of trying to make some noise and looking at the window, so you can all see the cat. I mean, the windows are kind of dark from dirt. You can see that the cat strolls in. There is kind of a large, not a large, but quite large room full of Scrivener's tools. So books everywhere, some copying tools, stools, ink, jars that seems to be like long dried up. And then there's the back area. And from that area, as the cat kind of comes in, you can see something is moving, and then I need the cat to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. What does a cat have for a wisdom saving throw?
I don't know.
That's my familiar. It's probably like mine. 23. Natural 20.
Oof. So the cat takes 7 points of psychic damage. Or you take it? I don't know. It depends on the.
Yeah, well then it's probably the cat. I don't know, but then it's dispelled, I guess.
Okay, so you feel as if the cat's psychic was leached. So and there was something moving in the darkness inside that caused it. And then you kind of return to your senses with a huge headache.
Ouch! Oh, that was. I'll tell the story. That was strange.
Well, Can
My
I
cat
Goodness.
is gone. Oh my god, my familiar is gone. I need a new familiar. I need. Mel starts crying.
Oh, it's okay, Mel. We can get a new one.
I start playing like your violin for you, sad violin. Not like this, not like this. Like
You
it's
want a
not a
pastry? Do you
violin,
want to go
but
get a
a viol,
pastry?
like almost the same.
Well,
Mel
as I
distracts the
hear,
crowd by making a big scene.
Mel, please.
that actually attracts the crowd.
I distracted from. Yeah, well, it attracts the crowd to her.
Well,
Big fairy tears like spray from the side, like in the comics. She pulls out her doll and cuddles with her doll. It looks like a tiny action figure of a knight in dark
Ooh.
armor.
Nice.
My familiar is gone.
well,
And she cuddles with her doll.
I give a pat on Mal's head, and I try to sense what was this thing. Maybe it was a celestial, fiend, undead.
You don't sense any of those. What you do sense is a huge wave of sorrow kind of assaulting you. So whatever that thing is inside, it's like, I don't, if ever one of you had a dream and you woke up to like on the verge of tears, not sure if anyone had this sensation ever. It's this, like you are almost brought to tears by that feeling, and it's a little bit of an amorphic feeling. You're not sure what is this, but it brought you to almost to tears.
It's like when my Aunt Betty taught me psychic haunting for beginners.
Psychic Haunting 1.
Yeah, well, she does it all the time, but it's her job.
So we can tell with some certainty that this is a soul in distress, actually, there.
But it's not undead. Interesting. I think back on my studies. Given the description of this entity, can I figure out what it might be?
Go ahead. Make a Make an Arcana check.
With my first-hand experience of feeling how my cat gets sucked out of this plane.
Yeah, so you
25.
you can consult. So a 25, amazing. So you have heard of certain ways of either contacting or traveling to a plane of existence that is so bleak, so sorrowful, so devoid of joy that people in it or creature in it can actually live, but this is their way of living. And you believe this plane of existence is known as the Shadowfell. So maybe a creature of that plane is somehow inside that small deserted scrivener shop.
So
There's a creature from the Shadowfell in there.
Wow, we should check it out. That sounds amazingly interesting.
Yeah,
And maybe I can get my cat back.
definitely. Thing is that it's dangerous.
Trying to understand a little bit here. That's just the creature saying hello to us. It's how it is. It is being as a creature. Just attacking someone with sorrow because it just exists.
Yeah, that sounds like a very good summary of what happened in the room there.
If that's saying hi, I wonder how it's like, how are you? Because that might be a lot of damage, a lot of headaches. I do have comprehend languages. I could use it before going in and see if I could at least understand as it blasts my brain. And then we open the log, the other one. What do y'all say? It might give us some context about what's going on.
I believe it's better to leave for now and try to find out why the shop was closed, what happened here, before we try to break in some criminal actions. I mean, this town is quite strict, and for the good reason. Let's not get on the wrong side of the city.
Yeah, maybe we can even get a license to investigate. And you have this light sword, and this is the shadow thing or whatever. So that's going to be like, we're like made for this. And so why don't we get a public endorsement and become heroes of the city? And then maybe we can help Ina to join the Hell Riders because we are her friends.
Yeah, we should visit the Hell Riders.
Yep. So the Hell Riders main garrison is definitely some place you can visit. As I told you, the long winding street that ends in this pond. If you turn around, it's the main temple of Helm, where the Hell Riders are. Like this is their base of operation. So can definitely visit that place.
That said, we might want to visit the Hell Riders and come back to this place tomorrow because it's nighttime. If we want to perform at the end, we want to do it like probably now. It's an hour into happy hour, I think I would say. So people are just getting nice and toasty.
I agree. Let's move back to the Black Antlers.
Okay.
How many gold did Cedric made all this time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, probably nothing.
So as you go back to the Black Antlers, the crowd seems to kind of welcome you with a whoa, as it seems like Toxal, the bartender, did clean up the stage and prepared the place. There's a couple of a musical instrument like a pair of drums and then a flute and then a lute sitting in a pile around it. There's a nice hat for you to kind of gather your coins. The tables have been pushed a little bit to allow some room for dancing. And it seems like Toxal hired a little bit more or several more hands to kind of help distribute the, drinks and everything. So definitely seem like everyone are waiting for a party.
Well, let's put our things in our room and then join the party.
Yes, Toxal looks at you and this is amazing that you got here. What I need is that, and he kind of looks around. Guys, you have to clean up. I mean, you look like you slept outside for a week. This is not a way to appear in front of the guests. And dear Mal, as I promised you, I spoke with the cook, and she, Helen, agreed to have you in the kitchen if you want for to
Wonderful. See. Just let me clean up, and I prestidigate myself, and then I run off to the kitchen. See you later, guys.
And as you can see, Mal, she's kind of rushing to the kitchen. So you can see Toxal is talking to the crowd and trying to usher you to your room to get cleaned. And it's like in slow mo. You can see, because Mal is so agitated and fast and jumpy. She rushes behind the counter and pushes the door. But then something weird happens. The frame of the door is lit up for a second, and you can see her rushing toward an old woman who is hovering above this huge cauldron. And the old woman has this weird hat and flowing gray hair. She is immensely beautiful. However, she's also immensely ugly at the same time. And the kitchen looks like this weird hut with a ton of things dangling from the ceiling, and this weird raven and a three-eyed cat on a shelf, like all those crazy things. And then the door frame kind of returns to normal and the door closes. And this is how we'll end this session.
Have a nice visit with your aunt.
That's not one of my aunts. That's probably one of theirs. Oh my god, that's even worse.
Oh no. Damn.
Okay, so this is it.
Okay, great.
Okay, great. Next week,
Oh,
yeah, go ahead.
did we level up before, or have
Yeah,
we
before.
in game not leveled up yet?
No, you are leveled up. You are level 6.
Okay.
So
great.
just confirming that. And next week I'll be on a short vacation. I should be okay to play next Sunday, but it really depends if I'm going back.
I can't.
Oh, you can't?
Oh wait. Maybe I can. Let me check the timing.
The sheet
Oh yeah, it
says
should
that
be
you
okay.
can.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so it depends because the vacation requires some traveling, etc. So if I'm full of energy, we'll play. Otherwise, I'll probably text you on a Saturday saying that I'm wasted and we'll postpone it. But hopefully we can.
Yeah, hopefully.
Amazing. Next, yeah. So
Can't wait to find out what Mal's up to next time.
Well, I'm just gonna swap recipes.
yeah. And I really wonder what's hiding in that shop. So hopefully we'll find out next time.
Yes. Such
Thanks.
a good session. I love being in the city.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. See you soon.
See you. Have a good evening.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye.
Bye.